Back in the weight room here with Coach Ragsdale at Spring Garden. And Coach, last Friday night you guys had a big win, and not the top game you like, so to speak, but a win's a win in high school football, and you're moving forward. Coach, take us back to last Friday night, correct? Y'all played on Friday. And it's, I believe, 55-33 win over Ragland. And but you knew they had some guys going in that it wasn't going to be easy, but just take us back and tell us about it.
Coming off Pleasant Valley game, we didn't finish and play 4 quarters of football. A lot of letdown in that game. So our guys came out and answered the bell right out of the get-go. We played physical. We played hard on both sides of the ball. Had different guys contribute. A lot of different guys contributed Friday night and opened up region play 1-0. So that's a step in the right direction. Take care of that first region win at home.
Coach, that Pleasant Valley game. Nothing to hang your hat down there. I seen a stat the other day. They hadn't lost a road game in 670 days, and they're ranked number 5 in 2A.
Well, they had a good football team for sure, but that game we drove down about 60 yards and didn't score to start that game off. And I know we're going back a couple weeks, but I just felt like our effort dropped, and that affects our execution, and just everything else kind of snowballed on us. But I was pleased we come out against Ragland, and
that's right.
And they got some kids, probably the fastest running back in the region. I still say that. Aaron Lee. I told Coach Tillwell before the game Friday, I said, man, I feel like I've been playing against him for like 7 years.
That's awesome.
He's probably been a starter since 7th or 8th grade. He can go. He breaks out in space, which he did a couple times Friday night. Man, he's a good ball player. And he's got 2 or 3. The Bothell kid had a good game against us. So they had some. They had some really good skill players and gave us some trouble, but again, like I said, the score ended up being 55-33,
something like that.
In that ballpark. But I was proud of our kids' effort and how they rebounded off the Pleasant Valley game.
You're not you're the type guy though, Coach. I know you for a fact. Like seeing your guys fight through that. I mean, coming back, because your number one thing you told me we went back to some basics and. After the Pleasant Valley game and regroup, to see your guys come out there that kind of effort and grit and gut one out right there against Ragland with some really good dudes, that portion of it had to make you proud.
Oh yeah, definitely left this past Friday feeling a lot better about the kids and the way that we played. And in Friday night we had a couple kids go down, throughout the game. And
what's going on this season?
Man,
it's everybody.
I tell kids all the time, hey, you got to be ready for your number to be called, and you got to prepare. And that's another aspect of the game. Friday night we had some kids step up, and it was early in the first quarter, third drive, and we had to make some changes, and the kids just kept rolling.
Man, it's like everywhere we go, man, we're seeing more and more. It's just crazy, man.
I've heard several. It's in the county.
In this county,
schools, we've had some some week-long. I mean, you're talking about 4 or 5 weeks, or even season-ending.
That's right.
Injuries, but I don't know.
We just left a couple of schools that's got some. You're absolutely correct here in the county. So you're absolutely correct, and it's going on in other counties too. I can tell you that right now. Coach, this week you have Woodville, another region opponent that over the years, Woodville's had some guys too. What have you seen from them on this particular Woodville team on film?
That's probably one of their better teams I've seen. It's been a while since we went to Woodville. They came here last year, but we used to be in the region with them just year in, year out. Then we had the few years that we went 2A, and then we went in the South 1A. So this will be the first time we went to Woodville in I think 7 or 8 years. But this is a really good Woodville team. Quarterback got a really good. He throws a really good ball, quick release. Got a couple skill players that can go. Line is massive. They play hard. They do well. So then you take a young kid, a young team that we got, and you go on a 2-hour bus ride, and so it takes takes it another level of preparation and how can you stay focused and how we're going to respond to that.
That was my next question. They're not next door.
No.
Does the mindset change, or how do y'all approach something like that where it's a lot longer than a normal bus ride?
Yeah,
Or does
yeah.
it all stay the same? Or?
Well, it just bumped everything back a little bit on our normal away games, but just that long of a bus ride is, it's different. You get off that bus, it's feel like you've waken up
Slumber.
from a good sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you gotta come out and jump on them early and execute right off the bat, because I just find that it tends to snowball on you quicker in these
Yeah.
type of games if you let that affect you.
What was the mindset and the message heading into this week's practice?
It was effort. We had effort wrote up on the whiteboards. We had effort and question marks. Those are two things. Questioning your effort, questioning your team, questioning, how you're going to respond to this. So we just preached effort, and we went full pads all week last week. There was no.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. So
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was like, they didn't even ask, like, hey, we're going shells? No.
No.
They knew. So they showed up full pads. So,
That's awesome.
And again, I was just proud of the way the kids responded, but it was just a big question mark on our effort.
What'd you find out about the kids going full pads? Because that used to be a normal 80s or 90s week.
Oh yeah, definitely day one. I mean, and we go full pads a lot, but like Monday and Tuesday, we got after it.
Yeah.
And
Good.
a lot of physical drills, and I think after Monday was, our bodies were a little sore in response to
That's
it,
right.
because we weren't used to it. But they got us back. I think that was a big reason Friday night that we got back into being physical and pursuing the football, and we just had to have a little wake up call.
How important is that for here at Spring Garden? Because that's what y'all's stamp has been the last, I don't know how many, ever since Average Joe's has been in existence.
Yeah. Well, that's why I always tell kids, look, you're a 155-pound, lineman, or you're a 160-pound linebacker, or whatever. Are you tougher than the 160-pound kid on the other side of the ball? I mean, you gotta do it for 4 quarters. You can't do it for 1 quarter. And then in small school ball, a lot of people play. Most of their players in the box. You talk about people running T and running double wing, and
That's right.
so it is a little different physicality than you play in 10 weeks of spread football.
That's right.
So being tough and be able to do it for 4 quarters is probably our biggest thing that we preach to kids.
That, and a lot of times you guys don't get to go over and sit and watch the offense or the defense.
No.
Sometimes not even special teams. I mean, talk about that a little bit, how you got to be physically tough, but not only that, you got to be mentally tough.
Yeah, a lot of, people don't understand how much it takes to play 4 quarters of football, and you might come off the field for 1 or 2 special teams, and that's another area that I felt like we've got to catch up on with this group, and even this week. I mean, yesterday we stressing. In the 4th quarter, I feel like we're slowing down too much from where we need to be, so we're still pushing that physical aspect of it, also getting in shape, being able to play hard 4 quarters.
No doubt. I'm telling you, man, but it's been fun to watch how you guys do it, because year in, year out, you got guys that are, heck, some of them up around 150 snaps,
Yeah.
But then you see your guys in the 4th quarter and they're still producing, they're still fighting. That's amazing. I mean, it's like 150 car wrecks. I mean, for some of these guys
Yeah.
down in the trenches.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough thing to do.
No, ain't no doubt. Coach, before we shut it down, I always like to kick it back over to you. Talk about anything program related. It could be travel for your fans, or parking, or tickets, or whatever it may be.
Yeah, just it got a nice little ride this week up towards Huntsville, going to Woodville, and another big region game this week, and it's the most important game for us right now. And I think it's gonna be a tough game, and we look for our fans to be there like they always are, and maroon and gold, and supporting our kids.
Coach, I appreciate you sitting in with us. Thank you again, as always, and looking forward to seeing you guys each and every week. Thank you.